All right, we wanted to give you an update on the latest allegations surrounding Diddy. We have a new flood of lawsuits that raise additional allegations against him. We can put this up on the screen from who else? TMZ. They say Diddy was slapped with a flood of new lawsuits, cites other celebrities involved. That's probably the most noteworthy and also potentially salacious part of this. Let me read a little bit of this article from TMZ. They say Diddy's been hit with a flood of new lawsuits, including one brought by a girl who referenced unnamed celebrities and was just 13 years old when she says the music mogul drugged and raped her at a house party. I'll go ahead and say Diddy's lawyers deny all of these allegations. In total, he is now facing 5 additional federal suits. All of them were filed by this one Texas attorney on behalf of his clients. They all claim that Diddy sexually assaulted them in separate attacks between 2000 and 2022. An additional 2 lawsuits were filed Sunday night in state court in New York. So a total of 7 lawsuits from a number of accusers. As TMZ details, they say perhaps the most disturbing allegations were levied by this woman who was 13 at the time when she was dropped off by a friend at Radio City Music Hall in New York City to attend MTV's Video Music Awards. She says that she sort of waited outside. You know, she wanted to get a look at Diddy. She wanted to be able to go to the party and, you know, have her moment of celebrity interaction, encounter. But what she alleges happens is she got picked up by a driver who said, effectively, yeah, I think you're his type, gets into the party, is immediately drugged with some sort of, cocktail, has to lie down because she's so dizzy. And then she says that Diddy eventually entered that bedroom where she was lying down after likely being drugged with 2 other celebrities, a male and a female, both of whom are unnamed in the suit. The accuser says the male celebrity ripped off her clothes and raped her while the female celebrity watched. Diddy also allegedly violently sexually assaulted her while the celebrities watched. She says she was able to escape the bedroom and stagger out of the house to a gas station nearby where she received some help. And as I said before, the legal team on Diddy's side says in court the truth will prevail. Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. But Saagar, of course, you know, these allegations come on the heels of federal criminal charges filed against Diddy for things like sex trafficking. We've seen that horrific video of him assaulting R&B singer Cassie in a hotel hallway and then dragging her back into a hotel room. She really is the person who kicked off all of this investigation and really opened the floodgates vis-a-vis Diddy. And, you know, this new allegations involving 2 other celebrities really does raise the question of who else was involved, who else knew, and who else, you know, should also be having their day in court facing similar criminal charges as Diddy himself.
Yeah, I mean, for example, it's very like the Weinstein case where it was an open secret. So, for example, 50 Cent was asked about this in a new interview. Let's put this on the screen. And he said that he's like, look, it seems like I've been doing I've been saying some extremely outrageous things, but I haven't. It's just me saying what I've been saying for 10 years. Now it's becoming more full-facing in the news about the puffy stuff, but away from that, I'm like, it's just my perspective because I stayed away from that stuff the entire time. That is not my style. And I think what he's trying to get at here is obviously he's been in the news because he was one of the people who would very often bring this up in public, one of the few actually in the industry that would openly talk about it. It's in the same way that I remember looking at videos like from the Oscars from like 2013. I think it was Seth MacFarlane who made a joke about women having to be with Harvey Weinstein. Everybody looks kind of uncomfortable, but there was a light laugh in the room. But it's like they're joking about it at the Oscars like a decade before the whole Me Too situation. So how does that work? You know, and same here. It was enough of an open secret to be able to be talked about basically everywhere for rumors, for somebody very powerful like 50 Cent to be able to speak about it. And then the actual lawsuits, I mean, eventually, if you even look at the lead up to this whole thing, it's crazy that it took that initial lawsuit to even lead to that HSI investigation. And now they're looking back some, 30 years. It's like the Epstein case, like the Weinstein case, they're both very similar.
Yeah.
And in how they actually broke into the public.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And how widespread potentially the web of abuse was here. And, again, just based on what the federal indictment, criminal indictment says, they allege that his business was effectively a criminal enterprise, and that many of the people involved were directly involved in facilitating this criminal behavior. So, you know, I suspect some of those people already flipped. That's probably how they had the level of insight and knowledge that they had. There's also allegations that in addition to the Cassie video, which was horrific, where, I mean, you can't look at it and come to any conclusion other than this man is a monster, that there are many other videotapes is another thing that has been alleged, because many of these encounters were apparently recorded. So in any case, there's a lot more that's likely to come out, but we wanted to give you the very latest about the allegations being raised.
There you go.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.